Hey guys, and welcome to my second video on this channel. And today I told you it's Big Brother related, and it is, because today we're going to be exposing Big Brother. I always forget to promote all my social media, so follow me on Instagram, it's ccole_99, on Twitter it's ccole_99, and on Snapchat it's ccole.99. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get right into the video. Before we get into today's video, I just want to quickly reference a couple things before we get into today's, I've already said that. I just want to reference, obviously, the fact that hopefully, fingers crossed, the camera quality is better. I've got a new camera and a new setup and a new mic and everything, so hopefully things will be better. I know the lighting is probably not the best, but hopefully things are, you know, it's the first time I really record on this. I mean, it really is. I mean, who knows what the end product's going to be. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for the support on my first ever video. Obviously, it was my coming out story. If you didn't miss it, make sure you go check it out. There'll be like an annotation there, or maybe there, I don't know how this mirror thing works. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support you gave me on that video. It's absolutely insane. I cannot thank you enough. The video's done miles better than I thought it would, to be honest with you. We smashed the like target that I set, hence why the video's out on a Tuesday. And we're on Sunday, like, it's nearly at 10k views, so that's absolutely incredible. New subscribers as well. We're about 10k subscribers as well. It's just totally insane, and I thank you all so much for the support on that. But who's ready to get into this video today, where we're going to be exposing Big Brother? A lot of people, like I say, ask me, like, how real is Big Brother? Like, do you have little secret chats with the producers? Do you know, are there stuff that doesn't go on that we don't see? Now, of course, it's 24 hours, so there are stuff that you don't get to see because it's a 24-hour show and it's like cut down into a 45-minute highlight show. So, of course, you're not going to see everything. And it's not even just 24 hours when you think about it, because it's 24 hours of every single housemate. So it's like even more than that, if that makes sense, which probably doesn't. I mean, it does in my head, but yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, of course, there's stuff that you guys don't get to see, but the fact of the matter is, one of the things, and I think this is a fantastic thing, but by exposing Big Brother, I'm exposing it, at least in my series. Of course, I'm going to talk about my series, and I'm going to talk about my own experience, but it was so real. The people in there, very real, very ordinary people from ordinary walks of life. So that was really, really nice in our series, that we just had real housemates from real backgrounds, different walks of life, just real ordinary people. Nobody who thought that, you know, they were already a celebrity. Do you know what I mean? It was nice. It was nice to see that. And of course, 45-minute highlight show. So yeah, some stuff doesn't get aired, but a lot of people say, was there secret chats with the producers? Did the producers say, oh, do this or do that? And it just didn't happen. That never ever happened. And that's what I was so incredibly grateful for when I went on the show, and I realised that this show is how I wanted it to be. This is how I thought it was. It's real, it's raw. They don't tell you to do this. They don't try and insinuate or manipulate you in any way or get you to act in a certain way. You don't have like a Monday morning session with the producers to chat about things. Nobody comes in. So let's talk about that first, because that's an interesting one. People say, does anyone come in? Like, how do the beds and stuff get chat? I mean, my dad asked me that question last night. Very bizarre, very out of the blue. I don't understand why he's asking me, but it's beside the point. He said, how do the beds get, you know, changed and stuff like that? Obviously, they've got shutters, and what they do is, obviously, they bring the shutters down, and they can then go into that room, but they don't change the beds. We actually have to put the stuff into the storeroom, and then they wash them and change them over, and then put them back in the storeroom. We then collect them. So we don't see any human beings in the whole entirety of the series, really, other than each other, unfortunately. Basically, this is a little story. This is kind of funny. We were all in the kitchen. There was a lot of us in there. I can't ask you about. Sean was in there, Zoe was in there, I think Kian was in there, I was in there, Akim was in the bath. I think Akim was always in the bath, so I mean, that really goes without saying, really. Akim spent all the time in the bath and the hot tub, the whole time. You never have to think about where Akim was, because you only have to check two places, right? He's either in a hot tub or he's in the bath. 9 times out of 10, he'd be in the bath or in the bloody hot tub. If him and Lewis didn't use that bloody bath, no one would have used it. It's as simple as that. But anyway, it's beside the point. We got sidetracked. But yeah, basically, I don't know where people were, but essentially somebody started shouting, oh my God, there's a man in the garden. Obviously, I mean, I went into panic stations, as you can imagine, thinking it was something terrible. But everyone was laughing, so I thought, well, okay, it must be okay. I see this man in the garden. He's on this like ladder, and he's got his tools and stuff, and he's fixing the camera. So I can't remember how many of us were there, but we knocked on the window, and we waved to him, and he went like that, and then he went, oh shit, and then he ran off. Well, no, I mean, not literally. I mean, it makes him sound like he literally sprinted off in total fit. I mean, it wasn't quite like that. It wasn't as dramatic, but it was shocking. It was one of the shocking things I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, that's one time we saw another human. The other time was when a security guard came in. We only ever, but the security guard came in for the whole Hussein and Zoe thing. The security guard was just standing there again. A very odd scenario. I looked in the kitchen, shat myself because there was another house. I thought it was an intruder, as you would. Probably not as most people would. Most people probably think it was probably a security guard coming. There's just been a massive argument, but he was a nice guy. Didn't really speak to anybody. But they were the only two times when any other human beings came into the house. Now, obviously I touched on earlier that it's a 45-minute show and it's edited down for 24 hours, so of course you're not going to be able to get everything in, and there were some stuff that were missed out, of course, because it just didn't make the edit. As simple as that. A lot of diary rooms and stuff like that, because when you're in the diary room, you're in the diary room for like 45 minutes sometimes, sometimes even an hour. And of course the biggest and the longest diary rooms you ever get are probably one of Lewis's rants, which is about a minute long, or so it seems, but you know, Lewis's rants are about 40 fucking minutes usually. So in that sense, obviously those sort of things sometimes don't get aired and stuff like that. But the big thing, if you're talking about a big thing that didn't get aired, pretty much all the arguments I can think of got aired. There's no like major argument I'm thinking, Christ, that didn't get aired. But the big thing that didn't get aired, in the Thinkers and Doers task, we did a massive task outside. Now I'm going to try and set the scene. I'm going to do it very, very badly, but it was an incredible set. I mean, honestly, never seen anything like it. It must have taken the task team hours to design. So, I mean, whoever made that decision not to put it on the show, I mean, I just feel sorry for the task team, because that would have taken them hours and it didn't even make the show. But it was this massive, great big wood thing in the garden, and there were colours coming out, and there were ropes, big ropes, different colours, and people had to be blindfolded, and then there were like swimming pool. Shit, I really bad at describing things. There were like swimming pool chair things that me, Lewis and Akim had to sit on, and we had like little speaker things that you speak like them things, and we were obviously talking through them, and it was really funny actually. The task was quite funny. Me and Lewis were arguing. Akim was kind of like, you know, just trying to help, but I was having a panic attack. You know, Zoe nearly fell in the pool. Brooke got whiplash. I mean, she didn't get whiplash. I mean, in my head she got whiplash. She didn't get whiplash. God, that would have been exposed Big Brother there, wouldn't it? Brooke got whiplash. She didn't get whiplash. Oh God, I'm gonna get sick. She genuinely didn't get whiplash. I was like, oh my God, Brooke, you're gonna get whiplash because you're gonna walk into Kim, but she didn't walk into Kim. So it was a really fun task, and it just didn't make the edit. And the reason I think it didn't make the edit was because it was obviously the Thinkers and Doers task day one, and of course Hot Tub Gate happened. So that task just kind of didn't make the cut, but it was it was distangled, is what it was called. It was fantastic. One of the other things I wanted to talk about in this video, in part one, I don't want to give too much away in this video. If you're liking the idea of this, if you're enjoying these kind of things, then let me know and I'll bring another video out. Is nominations. Now on television, nominations look like 20 seconds. They look like you go into it basically looks like you go, my first nomination is whoever, these are my reasons, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like 20 seconds. It's not. It takes half a fucking hour. But you're sitting on the diary room chair, and obviously they ask you for the first name, and then they ask you for reasons, and then they ask you to expand, and then they ask you to expand and elaborate, and oh, could you explain that? How did that make you feel? I mean, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? How did it make me feel? It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And it just got to the point where, I mean, Zoe, God love Zoe, but she used to take forever. I mean, funny story about Kay, right? Kay was in there once. This was at the time when Kay, that day she'd been talking about leaving and stuff like that. She was in the diary room, I'm not joking you, for what felt like over an hour. God's honest truth, we all thought she'd left. We all thought, Thomas thought she'd fell asleep, but that's Thomas. We all thought Kay had left. We were all convinced. I was convinced. I thought, oh my... And she came back in, you know, as if nothing had happened. God love Kay. And she went, which was one of the funniest things that she could have said, to be fair. She went, was I long? Oh, great. Fucking great. It's gone all over the Christmas cards. Oh, and my phone. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, no. It's all over the Christmas cards. all over my phone. How's that happened then? But yeah, basically, when we had no rations, when we were on basic rations, I decided not to eat because I ain't eating porridge. Porridge is shit. I'm not eating porridge because it makes me feel sick. I looked at the lentils and the kidney beans and stuff like that, and I just thought, this isn't food. I mean, this is not the sort of things you should be eating. They can't eat this. This isn't food. This is the sort of stuff I'd feed my rabbit. And I wasn't eating it. I'm sorry, it's rabbit food. So obviously I didn't eat anything, went on strike, and I was like nearly collapsing, nearly fainting. I was hoping that I was going to go to hospital and they'd give me hospital food. Like, genuinely, that was a plan in my head. It's delusional, really. I didn't really think it through logically. But they didn't like give me any food in the diary room. Like, they didn't give me like a little apple to like boost my morale or anything like that. None of that happened. They're just like, yeah, and rude. They're rude. They're wicked. They're a wicked bunch. So I guess I've given you a few little exposés, but one of the things, just to conclude really, what I want to say is that it is pretty much what you see is what you get. There's no little secret things that go on. There's no little secret things that happen. It's very much as it is. And that's one thing as a super fan, oh shit. And that's one of the things, as a super fan, I was so happy about when I went on the show, that there were no secret producer chats, that nothing was manipulated, that you weren't told to do this and told to do that. It was very real, it was very raw, and that's an amazing thing. So if you do want to see more of me exposing Big Brother, the little secrets, the little kind of stories that maybe you guys didn't get to see, and also a lot of people ask me about doing a video on the audition process and stuff like that. If you want to see that, let me know down in the comments below, because I'd love to do that and talk about the audition process. There's some funny stories about that as well, and of course what happens before you go into the house as well. So if you want to see that, make sure you let me know. Let me just check. And I guess I just lastly want to say how much I miss Big Brother. I miss it so much. I miss the house, I miss the housemates, I miss the show. We're coming up to January and there's no CBB, and it just does not feel right, you know. Big Brother's been on for 18 years, 19 civilian series, 22 celebrity series, and it still creates the most incredible moments, the most incredible television. It creates life-changing moments. It changes people's lives both on and off the show. It brings talking points up that people aren't willing to talk about, and it makes change. It gets people talking, it gets discussions going, it gets things changed. It still has that power to make an impact. It puts people from all walks of life together and creates scenarios that we just would never ever see, and it proves, and this series, especially our series, I feel it proves that it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, it doesn't matter who you are, anybody can be friends with anybody, and you should never ever judge a book by its cover. Big Brother is the greatest reality television show in history, and it's never not going to be. It's the birth of all reality television. Your Love Islands, your Geordie Shores, the Circles, even stuff like I'm a Celeb, none of this would be what it is without Big Brother. That's where it all started. And I know Big Brother is over for now, but I pray to God that Big Brother comes back, because we need Big Brother back on our television screens, because a show that after 18 years can still provide incredible moments that can change people's lives should not be on the sideline. Let's just hope that in 2019, ready for 2020, Big Brother can find a new home, a home which is going to love it, respect it, and give it all the love that it truly, truly deserves, because we cannot let Big Brother die. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've exposed Big Brother as the greatest reality television show of all time, and I will be forever grateful for being a part of it. And I am even more grateful, not just to be a part of it, to have won it. The fact that I'm now in the history books when it comes to Big Brother is the most incredible feeling in the world, and it is all thanks to everybody watching this video. I really appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like on this video if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you all next time for another video. If you like this concept, make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.